Alright, here we go for the first round with our Orzhov deck. This hand seems fine. If we get a land, this hand is going to curve out pretty nicely, even though we can't extort the Rakdos Drake. I mean, we could if we want to extort the Clue Stone, but either way, we'll start with the Tithe Drinker, and it's a pretty ideal turn 2 play for us. And we're on the play, it looks like. Alright, there's our third land drop, so now we can, if we draw a land, I'll probably play the Rakdos Drake. If not, there's some consideration to playing the Clue Stone, so I have a guaranteed extort on the Drake. Oh, well now I definitely want to play the Drake just so I can fly over his ground guys that we won't be able to get through very easily with our lifelink. And I don't really want to trade here, even though there will definitely not be the chance to attack after this because of first strike. And just the general large nature of green creatures. In the Gruul deck, Alright, a Prism, followed by a land and a pass, I assume. Yeah. Alright, we didn't get a land, but so we're missing out on 2 extorts, but I still think it was correct to play the Drake first. So we'll drop the Clue Stone and hope to draw some more lands. If not, this game might go kind of tough for us. Like, if we just draw lands for the rest of the game, then we have a good chance, but we need at least 2 more for our hand to be okay. This Lie of Decree is going to have to pull its weight too, because we don't have them on a very tight clock, especially if we miss land drops and can't drop our other creatures. Yeah, like if we draw a land here, we can extort a Perilous Shadow, and then hopefully we can extort a spell a turn, just to tighten the clock up by maybe 2-3 turns with the Rakdos Drake. Wayfaring Temple, jeez. Oh, a Smite. Well, unfortunately we don't have the mana to cast a creature that can block and smite. I think just dropping the Shadow is okay though. The only thing that punishes us is if he finds a way to play 3 creatures next turn, but that seems highly unlikely. Well, I guess 2 creatures to make it a 4/4, get around the Shadow. So I think I'll offer the trade here, since I don't want that Wayfaring Temple there. Oh, and he's okay with it. So, yep, I'm fine with it. We weren't going to have the mana to extort anyway, so that worked out in our favor. Naya colors. Well, I guess we knew that already from the temple. Hopefully there's no Voice of Resurgence in our future. Oh, Thrashing Moss Dog, that's fine. Well, that does stop our Rakdos Drake, which is unfortunate. Not great options. Not sure what we want to do here. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the Rakdos Drake. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. I'll get in for 4 damage, since there's nothing else we can do anyway. Arrest, okay. So he is short up our attack for sure. Now we need land. Well, that Guildmage does allow us to smite, at least. Get the reach out of the way, so we can fly over for some damage later on. Not the best option. We don't even get the 1-for-1 because of Scavenge, but at least it would take up his turn if he wanted to Scavenge, and he's been missing a couple land drops, as we have. Ooh, Truefire Paladin. Yeah, that thing's pretty good. Alright, we didn't get a land. But I think now is the time to use Lie of Decree, because we get to extort it, which we won't get to do in the next couple turns if we draw land, and because we need to start worrying about actually killing the opponent, because Truefire Paladin's going to stop our ground attack, and it looks like we're a little ways off from getting our Zanikev Locus online and attacking with it. so I think I'm going to Live Decree here. Takes up his turn. He's not going to have the mana to scavenge his Moss Dog. So the best he can do is like drop a fatty and not do anything else. And hopefully we can extort him out and lifelink use both abilities of the Guild Mage. This is the kind of game where Guild Mage is going to have to pull its weight. Oh, Guardian of the Gateless, wonderful. Alright, well we get our land. And normally I would have played the Locust, but the Guardian of the Gateless kind of puts it to shame here, so we're going to do it this way. We also do get Death Touch on our Viscopa Guild Mage, even though both of his ground guys have First Strike, so unfortunately that won't be too relevant unless we find a way to give it evasion. Yeah, if he gets one more land, he can scavenge onto the Guardian, which puts us on a 3-turn clock. Or 2, assuming he plays Blood Rush. So let's just hope he doesn't draw land. And also if he does that, he won't be able to use True Fire Paladin, so we can get in on the ground with some lifelink. So I guess we're not in the worst position. But it's still looking a little not too good for us. Deciding to get in, okay. Normally I'd say that's risky, but he also has to worry about killing me before my Guild Mage and Extort get out of hand. So I assume that attack was the correct play. He's debating between whether to play a spell or use his Paladin, I assume. Oh, and he gets the best of both worlds, it seems. Alright, so draw land, so we get to extort our Zanikev Locust. And or use the Viscopa Guild Mage's abilities. He could double block or something with the Maze Abomination, but I'm okay with the 2-for-1. He doesn't have enough mana to give his Paladin First Strike and +2/+0, so it would die regardless if it blocked. I assume he's just going to chump with the Disciple. Blocking there. Oh, he's just going to Mega Block it. Alright. Gonna give his True Fire Paladin +1/+0, I assume, or +2/+0. I don't think I need to use the Guild Mage right now. Okay, it looks like that is what he's gonna do. So I can't kill both. I'd rather have the Paladin dead, I think, than the Sunspire Griffin, because the Locust does outclass it. If I did kill the bird, oh, he has something. Oh, never mind. He's +1/+0. If he didn't have the Guardian, I would have killed the Sunspire Griffin, I think, just to try to win with the Locust. But if I did it that way, he would just. Now we can just leave the Guardian back. Yeah. Oh, I forgot it has Death Touch, so I actually killed 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. So all that thinking was for naught. Drop the Locust and pass. And now he has to leave his Guardian back. But fortunately, it has Scavenge for only 4 mana. So now I have exactly the amount of mana to give it lifelink and then scavenge onto something. Ooh, that thing's pretty scary. I think I have to take it. Yeah, I'm going to go to 8. We're going to start lifelinking next turn, assumedly. So, yeah. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, something else. Zertal Druid, okay. So that thing's going to kill us pretty soon. Sunspire Griffin wasn't the worst draw. I actually have the mana. Instead of lifelinking, I can Suicide the Locust into the Guardian, and then cast Sunspire Griffin and scavenge onto it, so that the Guardian can either block it or attack into it profitably, assuming he has no Blood Rush or anything. So not going to extort. This does put us a little bit in the danger zone, since we're not getting any life this turn, but I think that we've shored up our defenses enough that we can survive an attack. If he goes all out, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Probably have to block everything. He only has 2 cards in hand. Okay, he's scavenging, so that makes my decision a little bit easier. Just have to be mindful of the Zertal Druid while I'm doing my combat math. Okay, so he's making his Guardian bigger. So what do I want to draw? A removal spell. Okay, land is not a removal spell. So if I play it, I have 8 mana. I am getting close to killing him with the Guild Mage's ability for lifelink. But I'm just going to sack this Cluestone and try to find something to try to win the game right now. Keening Apparition doesn't quite do it. It does let me extort, but... I'll cast it and extort at least. Puts him to 7. Okay. Puts me to 7. But I go back up to 8. Extort is a pretty good answer to Zertal Druid. At least the damage ability. Does nothing about the ramp, of course. I think I just have to sit back for a turn. If he attacks with the Guardian, I'm going down to 2, and then 1 from the Druid. I mean, I don't think he can afford to attack just because we can kill him on the backswing. But if he does, I have to assume he has something, which is unfortunate. He's been playing his lands right away, which leads me to believe he has at least one other land in his hand. Probably just 2 lands, so that's good. Or he's going to play something now. Oh, this is big. Oh, geez. Tristani Summoner. So we're not winning on the ground, that's for sure. And we're most likely going to have to win right now. Well, that does it next turn. Nice thing is we can cast this with Extort and give something lifelink if he all-out attacks. And, let's see. Yeah, so he is dead next turn. We just have to survive his attack, basically. The Druid puts us to functionally 7. Then if he has any Blood Rush or anything, we're possibly dead. Well, actually not, because we do have the lifelink off the Guild Mage, so we're going to be at 7 from the Druid, back up to 11 from lifelink on the Sunspire Griffin, or 12 rather, because we're getting 5. Let's see what he wants to do. He has to assume he's dead next turn, so I don't know if he is as well versed in the Vizkopa Guild Mage shenanigans, but we do have him dead on board now, assuming he has nothing. Okay, he's going all out. So we're gonna have to block a lot of things. So we can get rid of the arrest just to create a bigger butt to block. Keening Apparition isn't going to do much. I'd rather soak up like trample damage or any other shenanigans than trade with the 2/2. So we'll put all our big bodies on his big bodies. I think I have to risk the Snare Squad simply because we have to let the Guardians through. And we're just going to chump something here with the Syndic of Tithes because Extort isn't going to do much more for us. So if we do it this way, we're taking 8 damage, 9 from the Zertal Druid, gaining 5, going up to 4. Okay, so he would have to have a Gore-Clan Rampager to kill us from this spot. His best bet is to kill either our Snare Squad or our Sunspire Griffin. So I'll just do this now. Okay, first strike. Okay, oh, we actually went to 3. He has something post-combat. Alright, that doesn't accomplish anything for him. Alright, so I think we have this. Don't think anything other than the fog. He's just dead here, right? So yeah. Don't even need to use our Snare Squad because he attacked with the Guardian. So we'll give it lifelink. And use the second ability, so he takes 10. Alright, that was a very harrowing game. Fortunately, we have enough flyers to get over his overwhelming ground assault. So, what do we need to sideboard? Soul Tithe seems okay. It's best against like big bombs, so that if he wants to keep it around, he has to spend his turn, so that we only have to deal with one bomb at a time, basically is its function. We could take out Terrace Worm, but it seems pretty good against his big ground guys. Undercity Plague seemed a little underwhelming. He can just sack like an irrelevant 2/2 or something, so we'll go with this.